Hi, and welcome to the Senior Network. I'm your host, Greg Fulton. Today we're joined by Tatiana Zanzig, Community Relations Rep with PruittHealth Home Health.
That's right.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks for
having me. And
having
our one and only Becky Davis, Cypress of Hilton Head. Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Well, I know you don't want to talk about it, but you just came back from Paris. Tell us.
Oh my gosh, yes. Thank
Fabulous.
you. Yeah, it was just one of, it's a life-changing event. You know, when you go see other cultures, and I actually did some research on senior care when I was in Paris. So I find it all very interesting how the different cultures handle folks aging in place. They handle it a lot differently than we do. It might be because of their way their medicine is, socialized medicine. Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it.
Right.
Is it more economical? No. Do they have the same challenges as we do? Yes. But I found it all very, very
interesting. Do they have
interesting.
retirement communities like ours?
No, they don't. They actually, believe it or not, they sort of age in place. And if they get to a point where they need that higher level of nursing care and they can't find it in their home, believe it or not, they go to Spain.
Oh.
I don't know if it's more economical for them than to stay in the French system. I'm not quite sure, but that's one of the
Very
things I found.
intriguing.
Yeah, and they're made. This is just the people that I spoke to. Maybe
sure.
there are communities,
Right.
but in the city of Paris and in the village, I was in Versailles for a while. They age in place, and so
That's
their
really
family
interesting,
takes
yeah.
care of them. And then if they get to a point, they go to Spain.
And to put you on the spot, do they have like home health?
I didn't ask about home health, but
If
that's
they
an
stay at
interesting
home, I would
question.
think they
Then they
would
would have to have some
something,
sort
right?
I would
of,
think.
and
Yeah, I
you
would
would
think
think,
there would
and
be
you would think it maybe it was part of their socialized medicine that the care would come to them. I think that. Well, I know they do that in England.
I'm sure there's viewers that know the answer to
Yeah,
that.
and
You're
I
sitting here trying to figure it out.
I'm not on Twitter, so don't be tweeting me going, "You're wrong." But I'd love to hear from our viewers. How they do
That's very
handle,
intriguing.
especially with socialized medicine.
Yeah.
And as being the marketer of the Cypress, I have had folks from South Korea come to me, and to try to wrap their brain around our continuing care model.
Sure.
Because they see this need of their aging population in South Korea. But at the end of the day, they're like, this isn't going to really work because they do have the socialized medicine. So, yeah.
Well, since we're talking about the Cypress, we'll continue on if that's okay, Tatiana.
Absolutely.
Find out a little bit about, I know you mentioned renovations a few shows back.
Yes, and we're almost on the end of that journey. Thank goodness. It's a lot to renovate a 30,000 square foot clubhouse when the clubhouse is the epicenter of the 460 members who live there, who count on it for meals, library, exercise,
all your
pool,
social events are there, aren't
social events, exactly, the concerts. So we had to, it's a logistic challenge, but so we closed off different parts of the clubhouse and renovated them as we can. Right now they're working on one of our dining rooms, but we're almost at the end of our renovations, and it is a wonderful transformation. I don't know if you know this, Tatiana, we were built in 1992. A lot of our clubhouse has not been remodeled since then.
Oh, wow.
Excellent construction, excellent materials at the 1990 and 1992.
Yeah, you would never be able to tell that.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's time to just move. And so we're almost finished with those renovations.
Now, were there anything added as far as space or just renovations of the current space?
Just taking the current space and repurposing them.
Right, gotcha.
Moving, turning the library into an extension of our bar area, moving the library to another area, which is just gorgeous. And I shout out to Sherry White, our interior decorator, who we worked hand in hand with to do all this. She did a wonderful job.
Well, perfect timing since we're rolling into the holidays, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have new common areas for family parties, family get-togethers for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah. What do you guys do for Thanksgiving? I'm sure special.
Well, the chef Eric Sayers. I mean, he puts on a wonderful buffet for our members, and our members, families come together. They dine at the Cypress. They have reservations, for 10, 20 family members, and this chef puts on a beautiful Thanksgiving feast. Moreover, we also deliver.
That's what I was going to ask. Yes.
I know, we cater in the home. Think about that.
So you
really
don't have to cook
convenient.
your own
You don't have-
turkey.
yeah, no, you can. I've even taken advantage of it. I'm like, I'll stick
Your
mine
connection
up.
site.
I need your card.
I'll stick mine in. Yeah, I need a turkey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great, and it's stress free for everyone, and our staff does a wonderful job.
I bet
Especially
they're
during
already,
the
like
hurricane.
you said, taking reservations, aren't they?
Oh yeah. I mean, the summer #1 flew by.
Yeah.
The members are now already, we're looking at Christmas. They're already practicing for the choral, Cypress choral group.
Oh, yeah.
They're already practicing holiday songs, all that. So yeah, it goes by fast, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Well, Tatiana, I know that earlier last show we were talking about like plans of care. You know,
Yes.
when you go into a home. I know you guys have a whole system and process that you put in place to do that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we just make sure every time one of our clinicians goes into the home that we're, evaluating the needs of not only the patient but also their family or caregivers. When we educate patients, we're also educating the family on, long-term aspects of care and ways that they can, better manage their loved ones' care.
Because I'm assuming there's a plan of once you start the plan of care, there is an exit to that plan of care, meaning obviously you want them, whatever the rehab's done or whatever skilled nursing they may need, that you get to a point where they don't need you any longer.
That's the goal.
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
the goal is to get them to a point where they feel comfortable and competent managing the care and knowing when maybe an issue arises, knowing the warning signs to look out for different,
Sure.
so.
And I know the different disciplines you guys have. There's many different ones. Tell us a little bit about, I know you have physical therapy. Tell us.
So we have physical therapy, skilled nursing,
Okay.
Occupational therapy. We also have, did I say speech therapy?
No, but okay.
And then we have a home health aide. So
Sure.
if, we have certain patients who maybe have a little bit more complex needs,
Right.
the nursing aide can come in and assist with ADLs and spend a little bit more time with the patient than maybe our other clinicians can, and kind of give a little
Yeah.
bit more of that one-on-one care. Make
Can
sure
you
all the
explain
needs
the
are met.
ADLs? Only reason why I ask
sure.
that
Sure.
because I get a lot of
Yes.
questions when people sit across from me at the Cypress and they're independent and
Right.
their ADLs, they can accomplish, but they're like, so
What's an ADL?
What's
Yeah.
that
What's an
mean?
ID, ADL?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're like, and then they go through like this checklist in their mind. Can I check my,
That's right.
check all
Well,
the
so
boxes.
ADL stands for Activity of Daily Living, and that's covers anything from getting up and using the restroom and performing proper perineal care, bathing, and just making sure that people are doing these things safely.
Right.
That's really a
Sure.
major focal point of home health is, yes, these patients might be doing those things, but it's really important that they're doing it safely, using the proper assistive devices the correct way, not taking shortcuts, and just kind of teaching them safer ways to perform the ADLs on their own.
Taking medication, is that an ADL?
I guess so.
that's a
that
question.
is. Yeah.
Because it could be a challenge with folks, with
Oh,
any
it-
sort of short-term memory.
Right.
Even though they're performing all the ADLs, but taking medications, it seems to be
Well,
a little bit of a challenge sometimes.
Yeah, and that can be really tough, especially if you have some kind of memory deficit, or really if you just have a lot of medications and you're just overwhelmed.
Oh, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
one of the biggest issues we see in home care is compliance with meds. Because, like you said, there's different doctors that come out of the hospital, they're given new prescriptions, and they've got old ones, and you have to reconcile all that and get the scripts. It's tough. It's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah,
And that-
exactly.
yeah,
Do
and-
you all do any pillbox checks? Just go and help them with that?
Absolutely.
I mean, just all I need, like I'm Becky Davis in Ohio calling you. My mom and dad are on Hilton Head. Can you just swing by and make sure all their pills are?
Oh, that's
do that.
something that we do upon admission. So when we get a
neat.
referral to see a patient and we're going out for that first time, doing a med rec or medication reconciliation
Sure.
is
You do that too?
one of the things that we do in the start of care. And then we also follow up to make sure that the patient is being compliant. And a lot of times patients, it's not necessarily intentional that they're non-compliant. Sometimes it's just a lack of understanding.
Right.
So on our end, it's just making sure that we're helping them understand what the medications are, what they're for, signs and symptoms to look out for to make sure that the medication is working, adverse reactions to monitor for, that sort of thing. And then, yes, we do make sure that, their pill cases are organized appropriately and that they're,
good to
using
know.
them appropriately.
You guys do the same thing, right?
We do, but I mean, they're insulated, but with the Cypress.
Exactly.
I mean, but I'm thinking, I hear these questions from, outside of
Oh,
Cypress. So that's
absolutely.
good to know because it's just a small thing, but it makes a big impact, doesn't it?
Huge.
It really does,
Oh,
yeah.
seriously. And gives kids peace of mind.
Oh, sure. Yeah, especially if you're out of
PruittHealth
town.
goes into Cypress too.
Yeah,
right?
I know you do. Yeah,
Yep.
so
Working
do
there
you
too.
too.
Yeah, we all work together.
And we all one big happy
That's
family.
Well, great information. We're going to need to take a break.
Okay.
Stay with us. We'll be right back here on the Senior Network.